Hi everybody, welcome to Dancing Luna Tarot. This is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Capricorn. And we're just going to get a couple of oracle cards to start. Any advice that Capricorns might need to hear. This is a general reading, so it may not resonate with every person watching, and that is okay. What's going on, Capricorn? We're asking about the connection with you and whoever it is that you are thinking about as you watch this reading. Hope everybody's doing really well right now. Sun's coming out, weather's getting good. It tends to make us all break out and feel happy a little bit. Okay, that was quick. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay. So if you have something going on and you're not, reaching out and talking to your friends that you trust, it's an indicator to go ahead and do so, Capricorn. You do not have to carry the weight alone. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. Okay, Capricorn, that escalated quickly. Okay, let's see. What's going on with you and your person? What is going on with you and your person? This is for Capricorn and whoever they're thinking about. We're going to ask about you, what's going on with you, what's going on with your person in regards to this connection, and then upcoming near future, like possible outcomes. Okay, Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn? Oh, wow. All right, let's see. Let's see what else is here. Tower. A lot of people freak out when they see the tower. I never do. Towers are always like, towers are helpful. Towers come to clear the path. Okay. Why are you here, Tower? Why are you here? Okay. Let's see what's going on with your person, and then we'll dive in and talk about the cards. Okay, why is, okay, I like that. That just came out in Aquarius's reading in this sort of clarifying way. Cool. Why is the devil here? What is this person obsessed about? Okay. Okay, so on your side, Capricorn, it's like, I don't know. It could be that this connection has come in and just like, so you have a whole sun card on top of the tower. So I don't know if you have gone through some recent upheaval that just felt like crazy, or if that's possibly, and it may be different for different people, or if it's possible that this connection has just come in and like blown it up for you. You could be just having some epiphanies. That's possible too. But you've got a whole sun card here clarifying, which is nice, because always when there's a tower, like whatever upheaval you're experiencing, whether it's emotional or, something in your world, could be to do with your money, although it's not really what's tapping in here. But anyway, whatever sort of upheaval you have experienced recently, towers come, right? And they feel all sort of chaotic and crazy. And sometimes it can be epiphanies, awakenings that we're like, realizations that we're having. It can be sometimes a connection can come in and feel like a tower, that like where your life seemed pretty smooth, like everything just kind of, wow, like, oh my God. And then you've got the sun card. Well, also further on the tower is that after a tower is always sort of like a new sort of clear, peaceful path. So even though there's like a lot of chaos going on here, what follows? Towers come in to clear the path, right? They come in to clear the path, and what's it clearing the path to is sun card, victory, harmony, warmth, radiant abundance. And this sun card doesn't necessarily have to do with money abundance, but just like a feeling of like sort of having it all, in a really warm way. Like contentment is a big thing. So I think whatever you went through is sort of like maybe starting to evolve and settle into this place of sun energy where things are starting to feel warm and smooth and nice, and where you're getting it, you're getting your footing back, and feeling stable. And you know, let's see, what are you putting work into? Why is Eight of Pentacles here? This is like gaining mastery, but what are you gaining mastery over? What are you gaining mastery over? Oh, so I don't know if what came in for you was some kind of deception from a person. You know, yeah, I don't know if, did somebody come in and like mess with your money in some way? Is that what the upheaval is? Because you've got like a deception on top of an Eight of Pentacles. So this could be talking about your money, your work, your job. This could be the loss of a job. I'm not sure. It'll be different things for different people. This also could just be a deception that well, let's see. Let's ask. I'm just really leaning towards that something happened maybe with your money. Something happened maybe with your money. This could even be to do with an inheritance of some kind. I'm not sure. And this may be just tapping in for one person out there. But it's really feels like something happened where you were like maybe sabotaged when it comes to your money or your job, because this Eight of Pentacles would speak on your work. That's interesting. So only you know what your story is. If this is not work related, if this is like a person in your personal life, you definitely dealt with some type of secrecy, shadiness, deception, a lack of communication, a lack of reciprocity, if this is to do with relationships. It could be that you had some kind of deception in your personal life that came in and like totally messed with your work vibe. But I feel like you are getting your footing back. You are getting your footing back from whatever went down for you. And then this is like you kind of getting your focus together and feeling passionate about life again. It's interesting because there's not like a lot here about this connection. So I don't know if this tower sort of pulled your attention this way and that way, and even like away from this, or if this may be a new connection. It may just be like coming in a space where you're just kind of wrapping up dealing with something like this. But again, I feel like you're getting passionate about your life. Why is Knight of Wands here? Why are you here? What are you feeling passionate about? It's like, you know exactly where you're going. Okay. So, you know, you may be coming into a space where you're finally like getting focused on connecting, because you have a whole Lovers card. It's like you're, this is here to clarify this, like, what are you passionate about? And it's a Lovers card. It's like a soulmate connection, or like a really well-aligned union that you're feeling passionate about and you've got your focus on, and you're kind of riding right towards it. And Knight of Wands is one of the faster knights. His horse is on the move. So this is not like a really slow moving energy. So you may be having some desire to move towards this connection after you've kind of like dealt with whatever mucky stuff this is going on that went on for you. Seven of Swords in whatever form it comes is never pleasant to deal with, whether it's a lack of communication or someone screwing you over for your money, or whether it's someone lying to you, cheating on you, whatever form this came in for you, it's not pleasant to deal with. But I feel, again, like you're getting on your feet and you're sort of like, you're seeing this connection in front of you, and you're just like charging right towards it. What's going on your person's side? Your person is dealing with a little bit of obsession when it comes to this connection. They are showing up in a little bit of page energy, so I would say tread slightly carefully. Sometimes page energy, and especially with two of them here, can be a bit of an undeveloped energy. The way this person navigates may be slightly underdeveloped in terms of like knowing how to navigate emotionally, knowing how to meet you at the table in the way that you would like them to show up for you. Pages don't always kind of know how to show up. It's like they're enthusiastic about it. The Page of Cups is very sweet about it, but getting it just right is not really the page forte, if that makes sense. So, but I feel like this person is having like a lot of intensity. They might just be obsessing about you. Like they may just not be able to really get their thoughts off of you with this Devil card here. It could be that this person has some type of addictive tendencies. You know, with pages here, though, it would indicate a learning, like that they're learning about these aspects of themselves, this devil sort of shadow side of themselves. This person just may be sort of like in a process of leveling up a bit. Your person also has been through some type of devastating pain. It may have them in a lot of fear and insecurity in regards to a new connection, especially if it feels like a soulmate-y type of connection. But they're still dealing with some residue of some kind of real heartbreak. This isn't a light heartbreak. A Three of Swords is a devastating heartbreak, but they have a Seven of Wands showing up on the top of it to clarify, which is like them deciding, making a decision to persevere. And they may be sort of learning how to do that, you know, how to sort of really, show up and fight for themselves and get through this and get over it, and show up in their strength, because Seven of Wands is showing up in strength. It's showing up like a bit disheveled. This is almost like this combination would say that they almost didn't expect to have the strength to get through over this, whatever this was for them, but they're doing it. They're probably a little bit surprised at their own strength and ability to navigate past this and get through it and show up for themselves kind of in their own life, and, you know, fight for it. I just want to get some clarity on why these pages are here. Oh, okay. You know, this person, they may still be learning how to love. Well, we're all still learning how to love, right? It's a never-ending process, but in between these two pages is a lot of love. This person has an overabundance of love. They may not know what the hell to do with it. You know, it's like they just may not know how to navigate in this intensity of love. You showing up with the Lovers and them showing up with the Ace of Cups would indicate like a lot of loving feelings for each other. But, you know, maybe because of this heartbreak, this person is not like super good at like navigating this amount of love after getting their heart broken in this type of way. So, you know, they just may need a little more time to level up and get it in line and get their insecurities under control, and, you know, whatever it is for them. I feel like this person has a little work to do, but there's not really like, there's nothing here showing up in terms of shady energy. This Seven of Swords doesn't feel connected to this person. This feels connected to your Tower, something that you went through. So I don't really see anything shady. The Devil would be slightly concerning. The pages would be slightly concerning just on a level of like immaturity, or if your person is dealing with any type of, you know, addiction issues on any level or unhealthy issues. But with these two pages here too, like I said before, this is be like them kind of going through the learning process of like how to navigate their unhealthier parts of themselves. So, you know, it's like progress, not perfection when it comes to lifing and loving. So, yeah, so let's see what's coming up, Capricorn, in the, also, I mean, Devil card is Capricorn's card. So also, you know, this is you showing up strong in this person's energy. So there's that. There is that. Let's see what's coming up in the possible outcomes. Possible outcomes. Possible outcomes between Capricorn and this person. Possible outcomes, Capricorn. Any advice? And we're talking up to the next few months. But it could be sooner than that. It could be a week. It could be a month. I don't really know your timeline. It could be a couple months. But I'm generally framing up to the next few months. Trying to find out like what's coming up in the mutual energy, Capricorn and the person. Okay, we have the Devil card here again, so we'll see. We're gonna get some clarity and see like why. You know, didn't your Oracle card talk about a wedding? I mean, you know, what are we gonna do? It's here twice. The wedding is here twice. Do you want to be here? Yes, okay. Okay. Why is 4 of... Okay. You know, it's like there's just a lot of pagey energy. I don't know. Is this person maybe like a little immature in some regard? Are they possibly maybe just childlike in some way? It's like there's this dreamy sort of childlike energy happening throughout the reading. But let's start here. If we're talking 4 of Pentacles in the mutual energy, there is like a holding on really tightly. But with the Devil here, this may be like too tightly. This might talk a little bit about codependency. I'm not here to rain on the parade, folks, but you know, I mean, it's like, it's always good to know like what to be cautious of in connections. If you're, you know, if you're looking for advice, that's what's here. That's what's showing up. So I would say with the 4 of Pentacles leading into the Devil card, it's some kind of like, there just may be work to do on navigating sort of enmeshment, if that makes sense. Like where I would say the advice is, you know, moving forward as this may come together, to be aware of that kind of thing where you get so lost in a connection that you forget your autonomy. Like with a 4 of Pentacles and a Devil card here, it's here to say, you know, just be aware of like holding on too tight in an obsessive way. That would be the advice. And it's doable, you know, you have to remember to do things on your own that you like to do. And even though you might be thinking about that person 24/7, kind of make yourself like go do the things that you like to do on your own, and give space for that person to also do things on their own that are fun, bring them joy, and bring you each into like the childlike stance. And when you're doing those things and you find yourself like so consumed with thoughts of the person, do that exercise where it's like a meditative quick thing to sort of bring yourself back and ground into your body. If you just like close your eyes for a second and you take a deep breath, and on that deep breath you visualize yourself pulling back from the person, right? And then on the out breath you visualize yourself pulling your energy down into your body. And when you do that, you can repeat it a few times and you'll find yourself getting grounded in your body. Your thoughts will stop racing and you're more able to just be present in the moment where you are. And with these 2 cards here, I would say there's a definite call to practice in whatever way works for you, getting kind of present in the moment, and not spiraled out and wrapped into the obsession of the connection. Right? And then you've got this Page of Wands. So there's a lot of dreaminess to this too. I feel like he's here to say that like that's kind of what's gonna like be going on. This like thing where you're both thinking about each other so much all the time, almost to the level of obsession, because this guy is like a dreamer. He's also very artistic, but he's a dreamy page. He's like looking at that page like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like, look at this page with all these cool things growing out of it. And he's just like a little bit ecstatic about it. But he can, again, be a little bit dreamy, right? So this to me would indicate like being in the head a lot and not so in the present moment. You have a 2 of Wands here in the upcoming energy, which is about planning. This is about planning. looking to the future, not maybe like diving straight into the future, but planning for the future, planning next steps, getting the vision together about what's, you know, what happens next. And this is in the mutual energy, so this is almost like maybe you guys talking about like what you're going to do together, what you'd like it to be, what you'd like the relationship to be like. But the cool thing is that you have this Two of Wands who's very much standing still and not really taking action, and in the thinking process, in the planning process, and that moves down to a Four of Wands, which is a well-aligned union. This is a harmonious union. This is a union to be celebrated, if that makes sense. This can be a marriage card, but the sequence that it falls in is a little interesting. Maybe you guys are going to be planning a wedding. I don't know. This will not be everybody's story. Listen, this will not be everybody's story, but it may be for someone out there. So there could be planning going into a wedding, but also it just can be planning on sort of like how to navigate the relationship in a healthy way. I think there's some awareness of unhealthy, possibly codependent patterns here. And so this would be sort of like planning how to do things in a more healthy, well-balanced way. So that's really nice. And then you have a Fool card. And so this is the Fool card, is where this Two of Wands goes from the planning to diving right in. Diving off the edge, letting go of the fears, letting go of this devil energy. This Fool is like just letting it all go and like, I'm doing this. I'm not going to be afraid of what's going to happen next. I'm just going to jump. I'm going to do this. And even though this little dog is like yapping at his heels, he's just like, no, la la la, I am jumping off the edge and I'm gonna swim when I get to the bottom. Like, he is not worried about drowning. He is not worried about what is you know, underneath when he dives off this edge. So I love the Full energy. It's very freeing. It's sort of like throwing caution to the wind and just like, well, let's do this. Let's do this. And then you've got a King of Wands. So I think with all these wands, there's a lot of wands here. This could be also why this devil energy is here. There's a lot of heat. There's a lot of passion to this relationship. But this is where both of you mutually get really focused. But again, a lot of passion and fire happening here. It could be that you're dealing with a fire sign, but I'm not going to really dive into the possible signs or anything like that. It's not really my thing too much. But this is focus. This is being focused on what you both want. And then this is another diving in. So like Three of Wands is sort of mirroring the Fool, but in a sort of not as sort of like throw caution to the wind way. But this is like you both coming to the edge, the precipice of diving into this thing. Like, okay, we're doing this. As we've gone from the planning phase and now we're ready to jump in the water. And I think that as you're doing this, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a childlike experience, almost like experiencing it through the eyes of a child with wonder. But the page is very sensory oriented. So I think this might have to do with, it may be that type of connection that when your hands touch each other, you both just light up like it's just a 5-alarm fire, because the Page of Pentacles talks a lot about sensory experiences and like experiencing things in a sensory way that are very pleasing. So this is really beautiful in terms of passion. This may just be like sensory overload for the both of you. That might be why the devil's there. It may be what's bringing in this like I don't want to be without you ever type of energy. But that's like what type of energy is coming up. And I will say it one more time. There is a lot of passion in this connection. So I'm sure that you are feeling the sparks, the chemistry, all of it. With this person, and I think that, you know, if we're talking about the mutual energy, they are feeling the sparks and the passion too. You know, and we'll just say this for fun's sake, you had the marriage card in the oracles and you have the marriage card here. The Four of Wands is definitively, outside of the Hierophant, the marriage card of the tarot. So you know, it's possible for some of you that that's where this thing is going, but you know, we will see, because there is some stuff. There is a little elevating to do. There's a little more learning to do, a little more evolving to do. a little bit of growing up to do somehow. I would say maybe more on your person's side, but definitely a little bit of leveling up to do. But you know, that's growth. That's life. Like, we're constantly evolving and learning and growing. So that's really beautiful. If your person is on board with doing the work. Yeah, so that is your reading, Capricorn. And again, Devil is the Capricorn card, so this just might be you showing up really strong in your reading too, but there's definitely something going on here. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. You're coming in really strong here in this reading. Anyway, that's your reading. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if it did not, you can always hop over and watch your sun, moon, and rising. You might find more resonance in your other placements. All right. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really, really appreciate you being here. Okay. Take care, Capricorn.